Hey guys, it's Limbo here. I hope you guys are doing well. We're back with another live commentary, and this time around on Black Ops 7, we're going to be talking about somebody that I'm thankful for, man. During this past Thanksgiving, I think, personally myself, I'm obviously talking about Xclusive Ace, who, before Thanksgiving break, exposed that there might be skill-based matchmaking in the Open Moshpit playlist, where skill is quote-unquote minimally considered. All right, that was the entire marketing scheme behind Black Ops 7 when it came to the multiplayer, and now even with Warzone Season 1 and the Black Ops 7 and Warzone merger, they're gonna have the Open Moshpit playlist go over to Warzone. But Xclusive Ace literally exposed everything, and essentially, if you missed what happened, which is kind of bad, like if you're a Call of Duty player that cares about this kind of stuff, you should probably be paying attention just like that guy. That guy's fucking blind as shit. You should honestly be concerned about Xclusive Ace's findings and what he did in his video. And essentially, to give you guys the quick runaround, he basically considered his pig in matchmaking with his account that's prestiged, leveled up, and basically has stats and really good stats. He compared that account to a bot account that has no playtime, not very good stats, all that kind of stuff. And basically what he found was the fact that, hey, his bot account had better ping, had better lobbies, had better matchmaking, and that is very concerning. And like I said in my video, talking about how, you know, the theories about skill-based matchmaking might be crazy and how my experience doesn't really reflect other people's experiences, I also said that I wouldn't be surprised if there's something going on behind the scenes for skill-based matchmaking for Black Ops 7, even in these open matchmaking lobbies. Because, dude, some games, man, that I've seen and some clips that I've seen as well that I've used for videos, they're really concerning. And I'm just glad to see somebody that was called a Call of Duty show by, I would say, 60 to 70% of the community over the release of Black Ops 7 when it was getting hyped up, you know, COD NEXT, all that stuff. People forget that Xclusive Ace was being called a Call of Duty shell right before Black Ops 7 was fully released. And now, with the game fully out, he's out here exposing Treyarch and ACTIVISION and Black Ops 7 for potentially lying and rug pulling us players, which is a good thing to do because, man, nobody should be wasting their money in this economy on a game that's falsely advertised, in my opinion. I would hate to be led under false pretenses for Black Ops 7 when it's being promoted as a game with no SBMM. Or minimally considered SBMM when there still is. And Xclusive Ace's evidence is pretty solid evidence, because if you look at my stats compared to other people and other YouTubers that are prestige, that actually have playtime and all that stuff, my lobbies are not the same as them, dude. Like, this lobby's pretty chill. I have a 2.2 KD first game on since the Thanksgiving break has started, and a lot of people's lobbies have just not been as good as mine. I've seen a lot of your guys' comments saying, hey, Limbo, do you got a bot lobby? Are you loading up into regular matchmaking lobbies to 2-box and 3-box and have bot lobbies? And I'm like, hell no. But at the same time, I'm seeing other people's gameplays, and they're as good as me, but their lobbies are like a huge difference, you know what I'm saying, within the sweatiness, the skill, the amount of the kind of players it's in, right? It's so different compared to what I've been experiencing so far. And maybe that's because I haven't prestige yet. Maybe because I don't have a lot of playtime. Even though I'm playing good, I'm only playing for like an hour or, you know, an hour and 30 minutes. I'm not really putting a lot of time into Call of Duty nowadays, guys, because, you know, life and school and, you know, job and work and all that stuff, it's kicking my ass. But still, I'm still good enough, still retaining my skill. But seeing other people that actually are streaming every single day or uploading every single day, either that be with commentary videos, doing the campaign on Thanksgiving Day, fully, I know you're watching this, baby. Listen, no matter what, everybody's experiences have been extremely different for open playlists and the open matchmaking system, where skill is quote-unquote minimally considered. So it's just interesting to see the fact that we actually have some sort of evidence linking back to why some people's lobbies are just completely different and why their experiences are very different as well. Why are these guys stacking, by the way? Well, why are they doing that? Why are they being this fucking weird? Actual losers. Guys running around with skin. Dog shit. And I'm still... Where's my heels? The only issues that I have with this multiplayer, if we're just not considering skill-based matchmaking and the potential of the, you know, SBMM is still considered, my only issues, the two main issues, is the heal time, right? The time to get health back, and also the reload as well. I hate it. I absolutely hate it. I don't know why, but it just feels so slow. Feels so incredibly slow. But yeah, man, I mean, a lot of people, since this Xclusive Ace video has dropped, has basically sided with Xclusive Ace. And a lot of people are just not wanting to play Black Ops 7 anymore, man. All that trying to save face and word for Black Ops 7 to make it seem like a game that people should be buying and playing has really not helped Treyarch at all post-launch now, which kind of sucks. But at the same time, I mean, dude, when you lie to your community, abuse, you know, and monopolize the online FPS genre and don't really make changes until you have competition, you kind of deserve to get this kind of treatment from the community, man. That's all I'm just gonna say. Listen, I think at the end of the day, if your experience with you know, Open SBMM and, you know, no SBMM is good, keep playing it, keep experiencing it. But if it's not, I would just stop playing Call of Duty in general, bro. Don't give them the time, the data, the stats that they need right now, because at the end of the day, bro, once you become a stat and a number that Activision or Treyarch can use, they will squeeze and make that go so far with their investors, with getting people to believe in Call of Duty being good, whatever the case might be, dude. Treyarch and Activision and Microsoft especially will use any sort of data that they could get to sell to people that can invest in their company and give them more money, bro. Because at the end of the day, like a lot of my viewers have said, Call of Duty is a business now. It makes a lot of money, and they're in it to make their investors and make profits and make margins unheard of within the gaming industry. Because I think a lot of people forget how big the gaming industry is, and having that as like a constant reminder for whenever I talk about Call of Duty on stuff is a very good thing to have, because I'm not thinking about it as a sole game aspect. I'm thinking about it as a business, and the fact that, like, hey, business affects everybody and anyone when it comes to living a life and, you know, having successful business. So I completely understand where a lot of people go and say when it comes to, like, hey, they need to think about it from a business aspect, and I completely agree. But yeah, outside of, you know, people siding with Xclusive Ace, a lot of people are surprised that Treyarch actually contacted Xclusive Ace, okay? And I quote from Xclusive Ace himself. He tweeted out this: "I've been in contact with Treyarch, and they've been looking into the matches I was testing on my accounts. They've reiterated to me that nothing has changed with the matchmaking at all compared to the open matchmaking in the beta. However, they stated that the player demographics and playlist selection are very different in the full build versus the beta. So the discrepancy that many of us have had with our experience in the beta versus at launch is most likely due to these factors. This is something I noted in this video as a potential reason for this, and I believe that it's the case after discussing things with them. I'm hoping to see something official come out after Thanksgiving break, so you don't have to take my word for it, but time will tell." And we just got an entire Blackout 7 survey asking, how much fun was your experience in the match you just played? I'm gonna give it a 4 because I lost. And I had shitty teammates. But I think that's a good thing to actually highlight. What Xclusive Ace is saying there is that, like, yo, he's giving a reason to why our lobbies or some of your guys' experiences feel extremely different or worse compared to the beta to now the full release. He's basically saying that, hey, because that there's so many people playing this game, or there's so many new lobbies and playlists and matchmaking modes and you know, game modes, all that stuff, maybe that's why your experience is worse now than ever. Which honestly is a good answer and reason to why the lobbies and the matchmaking and the pings were so different for Xclusive Ace's main account and bot accounts. But also, another thing I wanted to highlight, Activision and Treyarch are hitting up people personally, talk about their videos. I would love them to hit me up for a video. I would love to get in contact with the Treyarch dev and let them hear what I have to say, bro, because I got a lot of things to say in and outside of the game, dude, because Call of Duty is just, I mean, it's good for me because I'm having a good time, but for majority of people, they're not having a good time. I would speak for the people that I talk to and play with and, you know, issues that I know the community has more than my personal issues, because let's be honest, compared to every other single YouTuber right now talking about Call of Duty through gameplays, streams, or commentary videos, I'm probably the most, maybe this is a bad thing, honestly, like, neutral person, because obviously I acknowledge and know about the bad things that Black Ops 7 is experiencing and having right now, and with Call of Duty inside and outside the game, holy shit, you scared me. And I also been having great experiences with the game inside of it, and I haven't had any issues with the game at all. I don't know, man. Listen, I think at the end of the day, having Treyarch and Activision really search out for Xclusive Ace's contact information and try to hit him up about his video is pretty funny to me, because I'm not gonna cap, they should do that to more YouTubers. Hit up the Scatmaster Fooly, who I'm gonna reiterate this again, I'm joking around. I don't hate Fooly for this. I think it's just funny because me and him are both college students. This guy spent his Thanksgiving break playing the Call of Duty Black Ops 7 campaign, bro. And maybe he was celebrating Thanksgiving during the, you know, the night, but still, that shit's so funny, man. Like, I had a drink with a few of my boys before, you know, I had my own Thanksgiving dinner and meet up with my family, right? I was talking to people. The most I did with video games on Thanksgiving yesterday was literally play Fortnite at night with the same guys that I met up with and talked with and caught up with that were home from college, bro. But just hearing Fooly played the Black Ops 7 campaign all the way through for his Thanksgiving break is diabolically wrong, bro, because I know the struggles of being a college student, hell, even being a YouTuber, trying to keep up with all the Call of Duty news as a content creator, man. It's horrible, dude. But yeah, I love Fooly just for that, bro. That shit's fucking hilarious, dude. But yeah, man, I mean, Xclusive Ace's evidence and videos does say a lot, and it is very concerning. And if you're still on the fence with Black Ops 7 and buying it or getting Game Pass for it, you should probably still hold off, because because at the end of the day, for me personally, I don't think this game is worth $70. I'm still so glad that I have, I think, like a month left of Game Pass, and I'm not gonna be renewing it because $30 a month even for Game Pass is too much for me. But yeah, I think at the end of the day, just be very cautious about Call of Duty when it comes to buy the game because you want minimal skill-based matchmaking or open matchmaking, right? If that's your sole reason to play Call of Duty right now and wanting to get Black Ops 7, maybe you should hold off. If you already have the game, if you already have Game Pass, just enjoy the game as much as you can. Get your money's worth, get your time's worth of it, because at the end of the day, man, you know, money's already spent. You're probably not gonna get a refund and kind of fucked. But yeah, guys, I think that's gonna be it for the video. Shout out to Xclusive Ace and everybody keeping track of this, you know, and just documenting what's going on, because I really do believe that Call of Duty history is always going to be tainted if there's not enough videos or comments or statements being made during the time of, you know, certain things like this where, hey, is Treyarch or Activision lying to us again with, you know, open SBMM and no matchmaking being considered? So yeah, but yeah, if you guys enjoyed and want more commentary videos like this, drop a like, hit that subscribe button, and let me know in the comments below what you guys think of Xclusive Ace's video and, you know, research and all that stuff. But it's been your boy Limbo. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.